Hey, welcome back to another episode of the She's Making an Impact podcast. I'm your host, Rachel Ngome. Today, we're going to talk about how you can achieve more and work less. So, this is like one of my favorite things to talk about because I'm always thinking, how could you just create a better life for yourself as a business owner and not be stuck in the hustle and grind? And so I've covered a lot on this topic on the show in the past, and there's always like little reminders or little things that you can do to really tweak what it is that you're working on, to tweak in just to grow your income, grow your impact without sacrificing your health or your sanity in the process. Okay. So to achieve more, few things that you need to do. I want to keep this like really easy, really straightforward that you can actually take action on today. So you can, there's our ring. So you can start to really see results. Okay. So thing one, give yourself a deadline. You got to give yourself a deadline of when you're going to have something done. I do this all the time, and I specifically give the deadline to our team of I'm going to have, we're going to host an event by this specific day. So that way I got my butt on the line to actually make sure I have the event prepped, or where anything that needs to be done by me will get done. Okay. So you got to give yourself that deadline. Don't give yourself a year to get something done. Otherwise, it'll take a year. If you give yourself an entire week to get something done that you can get done in an hour, like really push yourself with that deadline, because you can, when you're focused, you can get so much more done than you really think that you can. Okay. Know your productivity zone. We're all productive at different times of the day. And there are certain times of the day where things are going to come up. So, example, when the kids come home from school at 3, I'm not in work mode. I'm done. And then I'm with them. When the kids go to bed, I don't, I have clients of mine that do really well working at night. I do not. My brain is done by evening. Like, there's no way you can get me to do anything productive or anything in the evening. My productivity zone is in the morning. So if I can get to bed early, wake up early, I can crank out and get done my most important, crucial things before the kids are even awake, before the workday even started. That way, it's just like anything else I get done during that day is bonus. Okay. So know when you are the most productive. I have one of my clients that I'm working with. She homeschools 2 high school kids, and she's a single mom, and she runs her business, and she's crushing it, by the way. She's doing so good. And she was having a really hard time just trying to figure out how she could juggle all the things of like, okay, my kids need me. Like, I can't be sitting here working while they need me to actually help them with their schoolwork. And so I was like, what if you just got up an hour earlier? Like, what time do they wake up? They wake up at, 8 o'clock. What if you got up and you started working and you got work done from 7 to 8? And when she made that shift and she figured out, I have this bonus hour in the morning where I have quiet, uninterrupted, productive time. That's when things really started to take off for her. So I want you to think, when is like your zone of productivity where you can just be there, be laser focused for just an hour? So it could be first thing in the morning, could be like, figure this out for yourself. When do you feel most alert? When you're like in the zone, most creative, when you can get stuff done? Just pay attention to when you're like, I'm doing really good, or nope, I'm fading. Like, it's not happening. So just pay attention to yourself and know what works well for you. For me, again, it's the morning. And yeah, so productivity zone, know your productivity zone and stay in that productivity zone. Okay. That will help you get so much more done, and such like so much. I'm just thinking, like, if you gave me something where I had to be focused to get something done at like 4, 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, there's no way you would get it would take me forever to get something done. As opposed to if you gave it to me at 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd be able to just crank it out and be done so quickly because my brain is on. It's like, let's go. Next thing is, know what are the major things that you can do. Stop majoring in minor things. And so I want you to think about all the things that you're doing for your business right now. You could write them down. I've had my students do this where they actually do like a time tracking for an entire week, and they look at every 15 minutes or every half an hour, what are they doing during that time? And so this is something you could do. You could just pull out a tracking sheet, start keeping track. What are you doing? And as you look at that list, ask yourself and be brutally honest with yourself here. Are you majoring in minor things? Are you spending hours each week checking email, creating graphics, doing things that don't need to be done by you? If you want to be able to achieve more and work less, you got to be laser focused on the income producing activities. And so I tell our students every day, you need to be thinking about how can you grow your email list? How can you make an offer? Those are the two most important things that you should be doing every single day. How can you grow your email list? How can you make an offer? Okay. Anything outside of that is most likely going to be busy work. And so, like, I pay to be a part of a mastermind. I'm not on every single call because I know not every call is going to be serving me in that moment. And it's more important that I'm actually doing the work than getting on the call. If I have like a question or I'm like, oh, I know they're talking about this topic and I need this in this moment, then I'll make sure that I'm there. But I know if I want to reach my goals and help as many people as I can help, I need to be in doing mode a lot less than consuming mode. And so I remember I heard Marie Forleo say, create before you consume. And so personal development is great. Don't get me wrong. Personal development is awesome. And you should be in doer mode more often than you're in consuming mode. Okay. And so, first thing you do in the morning, take action, get something done. Personal development, you can do that when you don't need to use your brain. Right. Okay. And then outsource. So when you stop majoring in minor things, the minor things probably still need to get done, but they don't need to be done by you. So like I'm not in active campaigns scheduling out our emails, right? I don't ask me to do that. I'm not setting up the automations, right? So you got to figure out what are the most crucial, most important things that you can do and implement those first. Okay? So maybe it's every day you got 2 to 3 things on your list that you need to be focused on. Get those 2 to 3 things done. Then you can play. Okay? So just let's reiterate, let's recap. If you want to be able to achieve more, work less, give yourself a deadline, know your productivity zone, stop majoring in minor things, focus on only the things that you can do, get those done first, and outsource as much as you possibly can. That will give you more freedom, more time. All right. I hope this was helpful. If you want our support in growing your business, just go to helpmecoachnow.com and you'll be able to book a free strategy session with one of our impact coaches. We want to help you create just an awesome business, an awesome life. So again, go to helpmecoachnow.com and I hope you have a great day. Bye.